Okay, this is my this mega ramp I made. It's supposed to be the X Games 16 mega ramp. X Games 16 2010 mega ramp with some added things. Like, I tried to see if I could do something that was similar to Danny Way's Volcano. Pro Skipper Danny Way's Volcano I tried to do to add some stuff to it. And I just take you on a little ride to it. I'm gonna try to climb up here. I'm using one hand on the controller right now. Oh, wait a minute. See if I can set this somewhere. Still, hold on a second. Try to. Let's see if I can do the run that Jake Brown did that year to get him gold. Replicate that run. I might end up, so I'll probably show a video link to that run if I can get it to actually shoot. Let me see. Let me see if I can set it far back here or something. Zoom. So with the video quality, I can't, like, I'm only gonna be able to get this to come in so good. It should be in high def, but I don't know if I can hook this thing up to the. I'm not even sure how this is gonna come in. I'm trying to see if I can figure out if I can. Let me see something. See if I can get it. See if I can sit it on this. Just so I can, like, get like some books or something, set it on top of some books or something. Something, maybe, I don't know. And if I sit on top of this. Just trying to set the camera up a certain way. Sorry with this, people. Set this camera up a certain way so it'll stay. I can film. I don't know how this is gonna work. I'm trying to get it to work though. Trying to get it to work. Just trying to get this tall enough so I can actually film. Not quite yet. Just hang on. Just hang on in there. Probably fast forward this video if you want. High enough so I'll be able to show demonstration of this. Oh, come on, are you kidding me? This thing still isn't high enough. Really, wow. I should get a camera stand or something. Probably buy a camera stand or something. enjoy the tune at least. Tony Hawk's American Wasteland 2005. This video game is from. Wait a minute. Zoom out for a minute. See if I can see it now. Might be at a far angle, but I might be able to get it. That's no good. Okay, you know, I might not end up doing an actual run. I don't think I'm gonna actually play an actual run. I think I'm gonna try. Thing is, I'm gonna have it only with one hand, so I can't really do it. So I'm not gonna actually do any actual run or nothing. Just gonna try to see if I can. Let me see. I have to play this for a minute. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can do this with only one hand. If I can just get across this ramp with only one hand. This is supposed to be the X Games 16 mega ramp. See, that's supposed to be the view of the quarter pipe right there. And I'm gonna show you. Oh, I went into a manual. I didn't want to do that. This is supposed to be the mega rail. They had the bigger rail contest. Not sure how this is showing up on here though. I'm gonna shut the light off. Maybe it'll show up better. Might show up better with the light off, maybe. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a rail right there. I put a rail right there. Yeah, I think it's showing up here. If you gotta see carefully. I didn't put a rainbow rail. Because I think like it just didn't really work well in the game. So I just improvised and used this rail instead. And then that right there, that's supposed to represent the Huck meter that they have. Some of you younger viewers of the X Games, you might not know this, but the gaps were originally 50 and 70 feet long rather than 50 and 65 feet long. They changed it in 2012 due to the skaters, I heard, like having a tough time like scrubbing speed. Yeah, because like for that quarter pipe, so they're not going so fast for the quarter pipe is what I heard. And this right here is supposed to be like basically like a volcano type of thing, like what Danny Way made. You can look it up online. Try to search like Danny Way DC volcano or something. Try to see if I can get up here. Try doing this with only one hand. I might be able to get it though. Probably see like a vertical view there. Okay, I'm gonna try to get up it. Okay. Yeah, I remember like his volcano had like, may have had a rail on it. I can't remember. It's got like some gaps and stuff. I remember it had like a few gaps, few big like step up gaps, and it had like some quarter pipes and stuff. I tried to replicate that just to make this level more fun. I also decided to put in a bunch of half pipes. A bunch of half pipes in here. It's not working out the way I wish it would. Yeah, I decided to put in a bunch of half pipes so I can just spine transfer a bunch, as you can see on the side. I add speed boosters on a bunch of this. I put basically speed booster ramps on just about everything. So I can actually get a lot of speed and still have it be a big ramp, since this game is old, so they didn't know about the technology. Like, see, like how far I spaced the smaller gap, the gap in the middle from the two gaps. the two other gaps. That right there is to represent how it's like there's one smaller gap and two bigger gaps, one on the left and one on the right. And it's like I put like American Wasteland signs to represent the X Games logo, because they have the X Games logo there usually every year. As you put that, or they put like Red Bull now, I think. I think they've been putting like a Red Bull logo. Sometimes I think different years it's different. I couldn't get the LA Coliseum, but I figured, well, what's the biggest thing that I can get close to it that looks good for this that would like make sense? And I chose a race car track. Some of you might think, like, might compare this rant more to the venue they have now. Then, being in Austin, Texas, they're at a racetrack at COTA, Circuit of the Americas. Just for your information, X Games Austin 2016, which is technically X Games 22 2016, is, I think it's June 2nd through the 5th on the ESPN networks, on probably on ABC as well. Skateboard Big Air, I'm sure, is in it. BMX Big Air. They have Big Air doubles. They took out rally car, off-road truck racing, and endurocross men's and women's this year for some reason. Personally, I'm actually really happy about that, because I feel like none of those sports they took out are true X Games sports. So I'm glad they brought back Moto X Freestyle. I know a lot of people, I'm sure, are happy of that. And I mean, no offense, but it's just, I just don't feel that like rally car, because they're not doing tricks. Like, they're not like backflipping. If they were backflipping with the cars and side flipping and stuff, same thing with the trucks. If they were doing that in endurocross, if they were, you know what I mean, then I would say like, okay then. But you know what, all they're doing is racing. I feel like it's just open wheel racing, and it's just like in the category of NASCAR, and they already have like enough, like, I think like if they really need like video footage for that, for rally car and stuff like that, I mean, if they really need contests for that, they should not have it be on X Games. It's like putting, I'm trying to see if I can do like a comparison here. Try to see if I can figure out like a comparison. It's like, and also, I no offense to anybody, like, no, I like video games. I mean, like, this is a video game right here, for example, but I feel video gaming, Major League Gaming, should be out of the X Games entirely. It should not be part of the X Games, like, meaning like they should not be able to get gold, silver, and bronze medals for playing a video game in the X Games. Athletes are not happy about it, actually. I know I had saw something like athletes aren't happy about it. I know I saw something on like Facebook or something. So I can do a trick here. Okay. Reason I probably seem so bad at this game is only because I'm playing this one-handed right now. Because I don't have a stand or anything to hold this camera up. I can actually play this game a lot better than this. Trust me. Only reason I'm not able to is because I'm playing it one-handed right now, because I have one hand on the camera, and I can't really have, I can try playing this a little bit with two hands and the camera, but I don't know if it's going to work that well. Let me see if I can try something. Let me see, I got this wrist strap thing here. I don't know if it's going to, I don't think it's going to, I don't know if it's going to work that well. I kind of wish that like a lot of the tunes from like the Tony Hawk games, they would play like on the radio rather than like a lot of classic rock. Okay, I don't know exactly what I'll end up titling this video. I might say like my thoughts on X Games, like, these days. I am excited for X Games, the next X Games. I'm not too, I'm not gonna expect anything from the Nitro Circus games. They're having this thing called Nitro Circus World Games. They're having this like supposedly like a big ramp, like a mega ramp type of thing and stuff. But I'm not gonna expect anything from it, because anything special from it to me, that because I've seen Nitro Circus, I'm just not that into it. It's just not the same. I'd rather watch the X Games. Like I mean, I've seen it on TV. Is what I'm saying. And the mega ramp jump that they have, it's that gigantic ramp, and it's not as big. They don't have a quarter pipe with it. Most of the time they don't have a whole lot of skateboarding on it either. So you can see this is like the volcano type of thing. It's probably kind of hard to tell. It probably doesn't resemble it very much at all, or even look much like it. This is pretty much... I had actually made this park in the game a while ago. I don't remember when I made it exactly, but I know it was a while ago. It could have been like 2000, it could have been 2010 after the X Games that year, or it could have been sometime in 2011 or something when I made this park here, and I called it X Games 16 Mega is what I called it. No, I have it titled on this somewhere. You just see the park editor screen. I think everybody who's played this game knows what that looks like. Okay. Park. Might end up editing this video a bit. Oh, you might be able to see it right here. X Games 16 Mega. You can probably see that. It says X Games 16 Mega. It looks like it says 15, but I'm certain that it says 16. Let's tell. Some of you younger viewers, you might wonder, why is this TV shaped differently? Well, it's an older television. I played my video games that I have, because I only have older video games. I put them on older television because it looks terrible on a newer television. Like, this game is offered in 16:9, but the thing is it doesn't really look a whole lot better. The only advantage is that you can see more picture on the left and right, but it's more of a disadvantage than anything else, because the graphics don't come in that good, because I plugged it in the back of my high def television in like the living room of my house. It just doesn't look good on it. I'm like, oh man, it looks downgraded like a ton. Like, so I just, yeah. And honestly, I gotta say this, I have this, I feel like newer video games can wreck newer TV screens. Like, you see how, I don't know if you can tell, but this screen right now, at times it might not be totally filled 100%. Like, for example, we had an old Sony 4x3 flat Trinitron we had, and I remember I was playing video games on it once, and then like I think like I had it like stuck or something. It got stuck or something on a menu screen on, I believe it was what was it called, Downhill Domination. I mean, which was a fun game to play, but it really hurt my thumbs a ton because of the controls. I think it was from that, or maybe it was from this Play TV snowboarder thing. I don't know, at some point, all of a sudden, like, the picture just got stuck, like, screwed up, I think because, like, it got, like, screen burn in, where the top was all screwed up, and it was, like, top was screwed up, and the bottom was screwed up, got screwed up, and the right-hand corner was screwed up, like, the bottom was screwed up down here, like, there was no picture here, it was black, and it was, like, this jagged thing, almost like a zigzag, and a zigzag here or something, and, like, the corner was, like, cut right here. So, like, we had to deal with that for, like, until, like, for about maybe 7 years or something, like 6 or 7 years, almost 8 years probably, close to it. So I remember when like everything started being presented, and like because of that, I kind of felt like I was already watching things in widescreen. So like then like when everything started being presented in widescreen only, like a lot of things like X Games and stuff, and well, the TV was going, it was starting to make these like weird lines at the top or the bottom. All of a sudden, like every time I turned on the TV after a while. So and like the TV was like about, I think it was about like 8 years old when I got rid of it. So it was actually about like maybe 6 years long. We had like a crappy picture on it, sorta. Then we got Sony Bravia high definition 16:9 wide screen television, and picture is like good now. Some other info I would say, if you're gonna get a high def television, you've never had one before, to get the best picture, make sure you buy an HDMI cable to hook up from the back of your television to the back of your cable box, or a satellite box, whether it's DirecTV or whether it's Comcast cable or whatever cable you have, or Time Warner, which I think is a cable company, I've heard, or whether it's Dish Network. I mean, if you have a Roku, or if you don't watch television on your television necessarily, like, cable TV or whatever, antenna or something, well, whatever, you want to make sure you have an HDMI cable, because if you don't, it's all you're going to be, it might look decent, but at the same time it might look really cruddy. You might even see like black bars in the top of your top and bottom of your screen all the time, and think maybe it's supposed to be in 235 by 1, and you're thinking, why is this coming in super wide? Well, you have your TV, it's because your TV's not set right. You definitely want to get an HDMI cable, and that right there will get your picture in high definition color, which means it'll be a lot clearer than this picture that you're looking at right now. It'll be full frame when something is new, most likely. There's some things, like some paid programs, obviously, for example, they might come in 4:3, which will mean it'll be box format, like you're seeing on this, for example. I'm not entirely sure if you'll be able to see the full video game picture, just so you know, because this camera, even though it's HD, the camera screen is a 4:3 box screen, so I'm not sure how. I don't know if it adds pictures to the left and right somehow, if it somehow picks that up, or if it cuts off the top and bottom. I don't know. I won't know until I end up uploading this. If I upload this and I see more, I'll probably just edit out that I just said that. So if it ends up being cut off the top and bottom of on the game, on the video of the game. I'm going to just stop this video now, and tell me what you think of what I would do at the park. Tell me what you think, and if you're looking forward to the X Games coming up this year, summer. What your feelings are about rally car and off-road truck racing or stadium super trucks being out, as well as endurocross being out. Personally, I'm happy about it. Maybe they'll show more footage of the other stuff, although I'm not going to count on it because the economy is just in such bad shape, and like ESPN is this like there's like stuff going on with like sometimes they like will like not show things very well. It's just sometimes they mess things up. So